What's up everyone? If you're thinking about signing up for the Orangetheory Fitness DriTri, or maybe you already have and you have no idea what to expect, don't worry, I've got you covered. I've done the DriTri twice, and let me tell you, it's one of the hardest things that I've ever done, but crossing that finish line, totally worth it. Today I'm breaking down everything you need to know, the full event breakdown, my personal experience, some tips on how to train to feel best prepared, and the best strategies for each station. So let's get into it. So first things first, what even is the DriTri? Well, it is Orangetheory Fitness's ultimate fitness challenge that is held twice a year, typically in the spring and the fall, and it's designed to test your endurance, strength, and power. And trust me, whether you're a first timer or a DriTri veteran, this thing is no joke. The full DriTri consists of 3 parts, which is a 2,000 meter row, 300 body weight exercises on the floor, and then a 5K run. Some studios even offer a sprint DriTri, which is a scaled down version of the original DriTri, which is basically all of the reps and distances cut in half. It's a solo event, so even though you're doing it in a group, you're basically just competing against yourself and trying to get the best time possible. And your final time will be recorded, so it's honestly a great way to track your progress. The DriTri kicks off with a 2,000 meter row on the water rower, and that is a huge challenge right out the gate. And the main strategy right there is to pace yourself. You do not want to go so hard that you are burning yourself out on the rower, because you have, you know, those 300 body weight exercises and that 5K run to still get to. You got to remember, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So start at a moderate level. A typical 2,000 meter row could take anywhere from like 7 to 12 minutes to complete, depending on your fitness level. I don't remember how fast I did each thing. I don't know. I do have a video from the DriTri. I will link that in the description below. I haven't watched it in a very long time. But you really want to focus on your form. So you want to really drive with your legs, engage your core, and stay tight. And you want to pull with your arms last. Split time matters here. So you want to stay between like a 2 minute to 2.5 minute per 500 meters type of pace. But you know, obviously adjust it based on your level. And breathe. If you go too hard too soon, you're gonna be gassed when it comes to the other events. Your goal on this rower portion should be to finish strong and controlled. You don't wanna feel like you just emptied your tank. So after the rowing, you will head to the floor where you are going to complete the 300 body weight exercises. It usually consists of like push-ups, sit-ups, step-ups, squats, burpees, things of that nature. So mentally, you wanna break this into chunks. Don't think of it as 300 reps. I know that sounds alarming, so don't look at it that way. You just gotta chunk it out. Once again, pace yourself if needed. I think you can even do some modifications. They have the coaches on the floor and maybe other staff members counting each person's reps to make sure everybody is hitting all of those reps. So when it comes time to do the run, your legs are probably on fire and feel like jello. Your heart rate is soaring and you're thinking to yourself, why did I sign up for this? But this is where the mental toughness really kicks in. And this is one of those moments in my life where I distinctly remember, like, I really felt like I was exercising maximum mental toughness. I like genuinely felt like I was dying, but then I had to keep running. I think I cried a little. Yeah, both times I definitely started like tearing up. It's like one of the hardest things I ever did. I'm not trying to scare anybody. You can do it. It is one of the greatest feelings to accomplish this DriTri, and that's why I recommend people doing it. First time I did the DriTri, I had my parents come, my roommates, my brother, his friends, they had like signs for me. The second time, I actually had my friend from college, I hired him to film me so I could have a really good vlog. So for the run, you want to start out slow, you know, just pace yourself like all the other sections. Hopefully they have really good music playing. I know my studio did, so I was just like, whoa, on fire, like song after song. So that's truly what helped me get through this long run. Also, I want to remind you that 5K is like 3.1, I'm pretty sure. And the first time I did the DriTri, I hit 3 miles and then I like hit stop and everyone's like, no, you have to keep going. So I had to like turn the treadmill back on and run the 0.5 or like 0.1 or whatever. And the second time I did the DriTri, I remembered to keep going after 3 miles because yeah, that was comical. So you might be thinking, how do you prepare? Well, do the things that are going to happen. Do body weight exercises at home. Try to do 300 at home, you know, that'd be a good practice. And then practice running 5Ks. Also, just attending the Orangetheory classes and really doing your best and pushing yourself will help you perform better in the DriTri. And it'll give you a reason in the moment, in classes, to work really hard. Because you'll be thinking, you know, hey, I'm gonna push myself today because I want to do better in the DriTri. Some final tips is you definitely want to make sure you're hydrating. So drink a lot of water the day and night before, morning of. You really want to get yourself hydrated. You can make a natural electrolyte drink by adding in some like salt, lime, lemon juice into your water. That'll help give you some natural electrolytes. Make sure you get into the studio early. First time I did the DriTri, I was late. Like they were all waiting for me. That's so embarrassing. Like I got there, took off all my clothes and we got started. So just don't do that. My heart was already in the red zone by the time I was getting started because I was just like rushing around so much during the first one. And I was so nervous. Trust your training. You know, you've been working hard. You know what you're capable of. Just treat it like any other class that's just a lot longer. Make sure you have fun, enjoy the music, and just remember it's gonna feel so amazing to just cross that finish line. It's not really a finish line because you're just running the treadmill, but I'm calling it a finish line. But there you have it, and hopefully you guys feel a lot more prepared now going into the DriTri. If you are taking it, good luck. Make sure to leave a comment below if you have any DriTri stories that happened to you or any tips that you want to share, and I will see you in the next one.